Hello friends and welcome back to another video. My name is Kylie, also known as I've Cried Creations here on the channel, and today we're doing a sketchbook tour. I did put a little poll out on my post, and it was this or a watercolor landscape video, and you guys, not many of you voted, but you guys picked this one. So I'm going to honor the votes, the people that did vote, and we're going to do a quick sketchbook tour. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for any kind of noise. I'm not sure how my mic setup is not doing a voiceover, because when I'm doing a voiceover, it's easier for me to tell as I'm doing it, like if I need to fix any audio mistakes. But this is all live. I'm doing it as I'm doing this. Like, I'm sure you guys can hear that truck outside. But I will do my best to hopefully make it not terrible. But so let's go ahead and jump into this sketchbook. So first spread here is actually a video on my channel. It's one of my first videos. I think it might be my second. This is a watercolor painting with a little bit of acrylic marker on top. And I started the sketchbook in January of this year, and I just finished it at the very end of last month. So very exciting. That's actually the fastest I've ever completed a sketchbook. I've only completed like 2 or 3, and they take me like 2 years. So very proud of that, actually. But yeah, I do still love this piece. Very, very proud of that. Let's go ahead and go to the next page here. These were just some acrylic marker. I had bought the Artix, I think is how you pronounce it, markers that everyone has now. And I just wanted to try them on some black paper to see how opaque they really were. And it did turn out pretty good. I really enjoyed those. And then on this side, just have some graphite sketches of just random photos on Pinterest that I thought were like aesthetic. I really am happy with how this turned out and the perspective of this. And the hands. I do it. This is a nice page. Okay. Love this page. Like, genuinely one of my favorites still. I did this with, again, those acrylic markers, and this was like inspired by some Pinterest photos, and then I did my own art there. This was definitely a Pinterest reference, and then these two were photos that I took when I went to Hawaii, um, last year, like March or April or May. I don't remember what time frame, but we went to Hawaii and I took these photos and I loved them. And I especially, it's had to get a closer look. I love these little birdies. They're so cute. Yeah. So definitely love this spread. It's very, very cute. Next up, we just have anatomy sketches. I don't do it as much as I should, but I try to always practice anatomy because I'm not great with it yet. I was doing pretty good at this time frame. I must have been doing it a lot because these look really nice. Like, this one's really good, and so is this one. But yeah, just some practice. These over here, this was just me trying to stylize my sketches a little bit more. I'm not sure if that turned out very stylized, but I do like those. This was definitely, if you recognize this, this is not mine. This was another artist, and I was trying to emulate her style. I wish I would have wrote down the name, but I didn't. But I was trying to capture that style so I could see, like, what is she doing that I really enjoy about her work, and why do I like it? So that's not mine, that one specifically. And then this side, I think same thing. And then it's just kind of having anatomy a little bit in there, adding the arms. All right. This page is, on this side, we have some line of action portrait practice. I really love these, actually. This one, these still look really nice. And then this and these are all kind of from imagination. I was at the time trying to get into character design a little bit, and it's still something I want to venture into a little bit, but I'm not a very good, like, storyteller. I leave a lot of plot holes. So when I was trying to come up with a story, I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited." And then, like, I tried to flesh it out and it wasn't making sense anymore, so I kind of gave up on it a little bit, to be honest. Just some more anatomy practice and then practicing well, no, I was practicing my signature, but there's that. And then this page is really nice. Just some colored pencil. I use Prismacolors. And then graphite. Do I do like this page as well. I'm pretty happy with the full sketchbook, to be honest. For this page, we have some more acrylic marker sketches. This style isn't my style, but I do really think these specifically look really nice. They look very, there's a lot of depth to them. This was from Pinterest. Don't love it, don't hate it. Gone, of course. This one was kind of fun. And then I just wanted to try some portraits. There's not very many skin tone colors in the pack that I bought, so I was kind of playing around with how I could depict people with these markers because I love drawing people, if you haven't noticed. And then these are once again cute, but not really my style necessarily, not something I'd never normally do. All right. This page was actually me attempting to start like my YouTube stuff. And I was trying a bunch of different stuff for my banner. You guys can see my banner. It's literally just a photo. Um, and I'll probably change that eventually. But I wanted this to work, but it just doesn't really fit me and the art that I do. So cute, but doesn't work for me. And then these are just like thumbnails for a drawing I was planning on doing and never did. And then down here, this is a thumbnail of a sticker I did. I completed the digital design. I'll throw that up on the screen right here. Yeah, cool. But I didn't end up making an actual sticker out of it. But I do want to I think I would love to continue something like this, but not that. But yeah, oh shoot, very fun. Oh no. Um, This is kind of a random spread here. Just a couple of drawings of portraits. My doggy. These are not very good drawings of my doggy. He's much cuter than these, but it's fine. This is also a thumbnail of a print. Then this is one I do want to continue with, but I have not yet. And then just some flowers. I like flattening my flowers before they completely die so I can save them. And honestly, not my brightest moment because they just flake off everywhere. I Sketchbook is not the best place for those. Um, this page also kind of random, but I do kind of like it. I forgot how much I loved drawing realistic food, so I got out my Prismacolors and drew these two. And then these two were acrylic markers again. I thought about making something like this into a sticker, but it's not technically my original idea. Like, I feel like I drew a little too much inspiration from someone else to, like, call that my own, you know? So, fun, but I wouldn't call it mine, so. Next page. This is a study. I really liked this person's artwork and the way it looked. Yeah, here's the name on Instagram. If you're interested in checking out their work, it's much better than this. This was just my quick sketch of what it looked like. And so I did a quick sketch of how I perceived their work just using acrylic markers and then took some notes on things I liked, things I would love to incorporate into my own artwork. And then I drew a self-portrait of myself using some of those things that I took notes on, and then I took some more notes of my thoughts. So that was very fun. This was in May. So yeah. And then this page, very fun. I really like this page. Um, what's his name? The guy from RDR, not Arthur, the other one. Him, and then random Pinterest references. But I do really love the way this page flows. It looks really nice. Ooh, love this spread. There's a short on here that shows this spread off a little bit, but I was like, I just want to doodle. And I wanted to doodle, but still have like some kind of art come from it. So this is kind of not that doodling doesn't have art come from it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Something I'm more proud of rather than my doodles sometimes are literally just squiggly lines. So yeah. But anyways, these are really nice. It's just like a fun style to draw in. And I really, really, really love these two. And the watch on. Honestly, I just love the whole spread. But yeah, very fun. Very cute. So. And then I continued that a little bit on the next page, just the pencil, so I could get a little bit more finer details. And I love the umbrella so much. I want to do something with that one day. I just haven't, but love that. I did the eye again, so that was the first one, and then there's the second one. I kind of like the first one a bit better, but still very fun. And then I just drew a couple other items with that same kind of style to see what I liked. But yeah, very fun. On this side, I was going to do a RDR painting, and I never did. I'd started it, but it was so bad I quit. But those were the nails for that. And then just some portraits with some pen, kind of emulating this style a little bit. And I really like this one. It's really pretty. All right, here's the doodle I normally do. See how it's just doodles and the things. You see what I'm saying? You get it. um, but here we have a little pitcher pouring out water, and then just a bunch of little doodles. And then I don't know why I drew the umbrella again, but I did it again and worse this time, but it's okay. And then just some fun little designs. I like doing stuff like this sometimes just to broaden my pattern in my mental library. I like to have also pattern ideas up there. All right. Oh, John Marston, that's his name. So this is just RDR characters, Red Dead Redemption. If you have not played it or seen other people play it, it's a very cool game. I have not played it, but I watched other people play it, and it's very interesting. I'm just not a video game person, but Sadie was one of my favorites from the game. This is RDR2. She's from RDR2. And then John Marston, which they don't really look that good. And then Arthur Morgan, everyone's favorite. So yeah. Very fun little sketch page there. Okay, like I do like this page. It's not my style. I feel like every time I do this, it turns out really good, and I'm just like, it's not me. It's giving Pinterest artist, you know? But it's cute, but I just don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that was a fun little spread to do. And then this side, I had started a colored pencil drawing and then quit, but I actually don't mind it. It kind of looks like purposefully unfinished, so I'm not too mad about it. And then literally one of my least favorite pages in the whole sketchbook. That's so don't like it. But I do love this side. This is covering like a really terrible portrait. But yeah, just 4 portraits. I really like the way these came out. Once again, using Prismacolor colored pencils. Very, very fun, very cute. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. This looks like probably some more line of action. I do like it. Looks very nice. And then after I did this exercise, it's like a 30-minute exercise, then I jumped and I did just a bunch of timed portraits on my own. And they're okay. This one probably looks the best in all of those. But, yeah. All right. And then I did line of action style, so that like class, I don't, if you've been on line of action, you know what I'm talking about. But I did that, but with specifically RDR characters. And then I went over here. I couldn't get Arthur right. Like, why does he look like that? Like, what? So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna draw all Arthur. So I did the same thing again, but with the same photo every single time, and that was this page. Very fun. And then I did all of that for this lovely spread that I very, very much enjoy. I did it's Arthur, of course, the hat, book, or his little journal. And then I really love these Very fun. And then this landscape, which I did not know I was good at landscapes, guys. I did not know that. So this is very, very fun to try. And I'm very happy with it. I'm not as happy with this one, but I'm very happy with this one. All right. Now we're kind of getting into 100 head challenge. It's a bit out of order just with how things worked out, but on this side we have just some two portraits, Prismacolor colored pencils again, and then just very pastel color palette, which I really actually enjoyed. And then this side was the last 9-ish, close to the last. You know what? I say it all, man. 91 through 99 of 100 heads. And then that's the last page of that for a few more spreads. But we have this, which was me trying to use that umbrella thing. Where'd that go? The umbrella from here and make it into like an art piece. And I never went through with anything on it. I think this would be really nice to do with gouache probably, or digitally. So I just haven't messed with it. But this side, I did really enjoy this spread. I did a little bit of stickling, and then on top of acrylic markers, which I like drew acrylic markers and then went over everything else. It was a good time. It was pretty fun. And this was in July, so yeah. And then this one, I really, really like this spread. It's meant to be viewed like this because obviously it's supposed to be like a little computer. Cute, right? Not my idea. I got it from someone on TikTok. If you go to my TikTok page, I have a TikTok on this and I credited the artist in there. But yeah, I did a bunch of little things and then I did like some stickers on the keyboard here. Very fun. She was much more creative with like the whole thing. I just wanted to do fun with this and then I had this kind of playing thing. All right. Now we are to this is just a Prismacolor page. And I actually really love these. These are humongous, by the way. Like, why is that so big? But it turned out good, so I'm not too mad about it. And then this spread here was the first 10 of the 100 Heads Challenge. And I think that's pretty much what the rest of the sketchbook is. So if you are interested in actually watching me do any of these spreads that I say are 100 heads, definitely check out my playlist above. It was very, very fun, honestly. And I feel like I definitely improved quite a bit. So yeah, this is the first 10. These were just done in colored pencil. And then this 10 was done in graphite, of course. And then I did some pen. So I drew all of these in pencil first and then went over it in pen for the video. Both of these are videos on my page. Love this spread so much. This is honestly one of, because it's not my favorite because I love so many spreads in this book, but this is one of my favorite spreads I've ever done, ever. It's just so perfect. Not perfect. It's just so big. I love it. So, yeah. Love these specifically. And honestly, all of them really except for this one. But yeah. Alright, the next spread. This was the 4th set. This is the 5th. So we have, this was kind of just me having fun. And then flip it down. And we have 2 more here. And then this one underneath. So that was it was fun. I had a good time doing that. And then ballpoint pen sketches on this side. Oh. See, this is why I can't say the gouache is my favorite because this page looks too good for me to claim that gouache is my favorite. The gouache one was my favorite because look, guys, look at this. I'm so proud of myself in these sketches. Like, I love them. I forgot how much I love to charcoal, and this made me be like, wow, I forgot. And I'm so happy I still love it. But yeah, these turned out really, really nice. This is probably the worst spread of the 100 head challenge. Don't watch the video. Don't look at the spread. It's so bad. But now we're on to this page or this spread, and I love this spread. This is just monochrome watercolor. Once again, a video on my channel, and I just love them. They turned out really, really good. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. And then this is the last page, and it is just a self-portrait of me done in gouache. I think it looks really, honestly, really good. I don't have that much experience in gouache, so I think it looks pretty good for the experience I do have. And that's all, guys. I loved this sketchbook so much. This sketchbook did wonders for me. My only gripe is how large it is. I will probably never get a sketchbook this large unless I want to do like full on paintings for some reason in a sketchbook, then I might, but this is just way too big for me, honestly. It was a lot. But even though it took me like roughly 9 months to fill it out, I'm pretty happy with everything I did in this sketchbook. And for the next sketchbook, we have this one, and I am very excited to continue the sketchbook. I've been working on this for most of the time that I was finishing the 100 Heads Challenge, because the 100 Head Challenge was the last thing I did in this book, and I had no room for anything else. So I was doing this on the side when I wasn't filming, and I am already to, wow, further than I even thought. Oh my goodness. This is already how much I have done of this sketchbook. So that's pretty crazy. I'm over halfway through. Wow. Wow, that's so crazy. So definitely we'll get another sketchbook tour of that as well. And I also have like a mini, very small sketchbook that I've also been working on. So been doing a lot of stuff at the same time. And that's okay. I'm having a really good time. So yeah. If you guys are interested in any other of my videos, definitely make sure to subscribe and like this video. And I put out videos every Wednesday now for any of you guys who are used to the old schedule. That was Saturdays. We are moved to Wednesdays. So definitely, yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.